Once upon a time, there was a boy who was born without a left arm. In an attempt to help boost his confidence, his mother signed him up for judo lessons with an old Japanese master. And each day the boy would show up to practice, and the master would have the boy practice one specific move just over and over and over again. It was so monotonous. And every now and then the boy would speak up and ask the master, Master, why can't I practice other moves like the rest of the students? This is so tiring. It's the same thing over and over again. And the master would hear him out, and then he would just simply reply, keep practicing. And the boy got frustrated, and he felt like he wasn't improving like the other students, and he watched him and doing all this stuff, and he was disappointed that the master wouldn't let him do all these things. But he continued and did what he was told, and just kept plugging away just like the master told him to do. And several months later, it was the state judo championships, and the old master told the young boy that he had signed him up to participate. And the young boy kind of freaked out and thought, Master, what did you do? I can't compete with all of them. And thinking about watching all these other people practice, I only know one move. There's only one thing that I know. And the master replied, I understand your concern, but all that I ask is that you just do your best. And when the day arrived, the young boy showed up, and he was ready to give his best, but he was definitely, already kind of feeling defeated, and thought, there's no chance he has of doing well. And the first match began, and the boy quickly grabbed his opponent and flipped him to the ground, and it was an easy victory. And the second match later on that day, the outcome was the exact same. And each round, while it got a little bit more challenging, that boy that only knew how to do one move just continued to win. And he couldn't believe it. And he kept winning and winning, and then finally he gets to that championship match, and he's just so nervous, and he feels like he's overmatched, and the referee even asked the master, do you want to withdraw your student? Are you sure about this? And the master said, no, we will fight. And he gave the boy a nod of confidence. And as the match began, the larger opponent grabbed the boy, and he pulled him close. And for a moment, it looked like the boy was overmatched and was going to be defeated. And after a great struggle, the one-armed boy, he stepped through with his right leg, and he reached with his right arm, throwing the much larger opponent to the ground. And he won the match, and he won the tournament. And everyone was in disbelief, and the crowd just roared, and they were all excited for him, and they couldn't believe it. And on the drive home, the boy asked the master, and he said, Master, how is this possible? I only know one move, and these competitors have competed, hundreds of times, and they know all these moves. And the master replied, you won because you've mastered one of the most challenging moves in judo. And the only known way to defend against that particular move is to grab the left arm. I share that story because sometimes we're faced with difficult circumstances and feel like we're at a disadvantage. But just remember that those circumstances can often be the best thing that helps us go on to greater success.